How to be a good witness. All right, number one thing, be honest. Now, I have to say be honest. Shouldn't have to, but I have to because otherwise people be going like this and, well, the number one thing is to be honest. Yes, be honest. But be honest not just on the facts that are helpful to your side of the case. You need to be honest about the entire case. There are sometimes things in cases that hurt each side. Have to be honest about it. If you're not, you lose credibility and people wonder what else you're not being honest about. Who are you talking to? When you are testifying, do not let an attorney ask you a question, you provide an answer, they ask a question, you provide an answer while you are making eye contact. It's not the attorney that needs to hear your testimony. Look at the trier of fact, judge or jury, and talk to them. They're the ones that need to hear your message. You need to make eye contact with them so that you can see that they're understanding what you're saying, that they are picking up what you are putting down. And you can't do that if you don't make eye contact with them. And when you make eye contact, what you're essentially telling them is, hey, what I've got to say is important, and I want you to listen to it. If you constantly talk back and forth with the attorney, they are also likely to suck you into a fight. Attorneys will sometimes suck witnesses into a fight to try to get them to respond emotionally. If you respond emotionally, you're going to say some stupid shit. So don't allow that to happen. Keep your calm, keep your composure, and don't become an advocate for your case. You're not there to sell anything. You're there to give facts. You're a witness, not an advocate. The attorneys are advocates. Let them advocate. Because if you become an advocate, it waters down your credibility because people see that you're just trying to win. If there's an objection, stop talking. You do not want to be the reason for a mistrial. There are a lot of pretrial motions that happen before trial, and there are times when judges have said, do not ask a witness this, do not let them say this. If there's an objection, you need to shut it down because if you cause a mistrial, the judge is not going to be happy, especially if it's a jury trial. Don't guess, right? If you know something, say it, but don't guess. If an attorney asks you a question 3 different times in 3 different ways, then they probably got you. Don't try to dig your way out. Accept it, move on, and hope it doesn't hurt that bad. But if you try to dig out, and if you double down on your answer, you're probably going to get hurt. When you're giving those answers, don't use jargon. Don't say, the subject exited the vehicle. No, Mr. Smith got out of his car. Because the subject exited his vehicle, or then I proceeded to do the SFST. They don't know what that is. Don't make them decipher what you're saying. It distracts from what you're saying. Speak in plain English. Mr. Smith got out of the car, and then I told him, hey, we're going to do some sobriety tests to make sure you're okay to drive. That is something people can understand. That is something people can relate to. If you use jargon, it distracts from what you're saying. You're not there to sound smart. You're not there to sound fancy. You're there to present facts in a way that the trier of fact can get to the truth. Don't give conclusions unless you're certain. Or, I say, don't try to be certain when there's uncertainty. Because if you try to give conclusions, you're going to lose the trier of fact. They're smart people. They will draw conclusions from the facts that you give them. But if you tell them what they're supposed to make of those facts, then you've become an advocate, and we wrap right back around to that whole advocacy argument, and you show bias. So those are some quick and dirty tips. When I say quick, almost 5 minutes. Those are some tips on how to be a good witness.